It was reassuring to hear our Treasurer, Josh Frydenberg, singing the praises of both Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan the other day. But he did make the error of doing so on Insiders, the sad and sorry ABC show that Alexandra Marshall watches so that the rest of the nation does not have to, which meant that Josh's wise words fell on very deaf ears indeed. What a shame.
Thatcher and Reagan are figures of hate for the left because they were so successful. One got 2 terms, which was the maximum you can get in the United States. Margaret Thatcher got 11 and a half years in office. Well, you take inspiration from lots of different sources. I also take it from Howard and Costello. But, I mean, the reality is that Thatcher and Reagan cut red tape, they cut taxes, and they delivered stronger economies.
Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan were 2 of the greatest political leaders of the last 100 years. And the unavoidable reality is that for our children's sake alone, we are going to need a Thatcher or a Reagan in this country before too long to clean up the economic mess that Scott Morrison's idiotic national cabinet has inflicted upon this country. I said at the time that allowing Daniel Andrews anywhere near the national decision-making table, let alone a seat at it, would be a disaster, and so it has turned out. It's as if Maggie Thatcher had invited Arthur Scargill to plan the Falklands campaign. Insane. I saw firsthand how Margaret Thatcher took the bloated, crumbling grey and drab socialist experiment of post-war Britain, with its long petrol queues and garbage-strewn streets and high unemployment, and radically transformed the country into an economic powerhouse where every individual had the right to buy their own council home, for instance, to prosper, to be free of the poverty-inducing stranglehold of the nanny welfare state. The left in this country never understood that it was the British and American people, as Josh pointed out, that demanded Thatcher and Reagan and kept voting them back in order to clean up the mess, the waste and the profligacy of their inept predecessors. So too, Australia will require strong Conservative political leadership to clean up after the coronavirus. I hope Scott Morrison can be that man. But if he thinks the way forward is to pander to the likes of Sally McManus and shirk, citing Conservative heroes like Thatcher and Reagan, he is in for a very rude shock. And the sooner he stops cozying up to the likes of Dan Andrews, the better.